Hello, hello. We are here. Candace Lynn is live. And look at me, I'm gonna prep my hair. Hey, I think I got it. I think I got it turned right. I've been sitting here trying to figure out my lighting and how to get everything situated. So it's just been, actually I wanted to go out in my truck and do this, but I thought, I'll just go ahead and do it from my home. And the thing is, I have the 6 dogs and I'm afraid they're gonna all start barking. So if I mute, if you see me mute, then, and you don't hear nothing, it's because they're all a-barking. There's 6 of them and 2 cats. And so we sure don't want it to go crazy in here. So anyways, I'm so glad to be here. If those of you who do not know me, my name is Candace Lynn and I have a small YouTube channel here called Carry On Candace. A lot of people have asked me, why did you start a YouTube channel? There's so many reasons why, but the main thing is I kind of wanted to have a place to just talk about stuff and just put it all out there, you know? And so, I don't know, I try not to divulge too much information because my kids get on to me if I say too many things, but anyways, the reason I did start my YouTube, many reasons, like I said, mainly I wanted like a legacy because I don't have any grandchildren right now, and someday I hope to have grandchildren. So if I ever have grandchildren, then they'll have something to go, oh, look, our granny was really cool. Or, oh, we had a really crazy granny. So anyways, and I kind of just want to share with people about my life. I mean, I'm not anybody special. I really figure that feel that I made it to this far in my life. You know, I've made it this far in my life. I'm in my last year of my 60s. I'm not sad about it, but I'm not happy either. I got divorced when I was in my early 50s and started over as, a new woman. And there was a lot of things I had to learn to do on my own. And so I try to encourage other women and younger women, especially like my daughter, I try to encourage her, you gotta embrace your independence. Independence is very important for women. I was married for 30 years and, well, close to 30 years. And I always tell people I married the love of my life and I divorced the love of my life. So anyways, independence was hard because, I was actually a mom and mom to everyone. And hang on, checking something. Oops. I can't get that to go off. There we go. Anyways, but my kids were the center of my life, and they still are, even as adults. They're very important to me. And so, anyways, I had to learn. I had to learn to be very independent, and it was not easy to be an independent woman, especially when you had been married for so long. And so that's kind of what a lot of my channel is about too, is about embracing being over 50, being, I tell everybody I'm a senior citizen. I'm embracing that time in my life. I'm very open about my ADHD. I do have ADHD. I was diagnosed when I was about 40. And if you hop on, hey there, if you hop on, please just say hi, before you leave, okay? Because I want to know who's here. And, but I was diagnosed around 40 and I didn't start getting medicated until I was, I think I was 56 when I started taking medication. And the reason I did, I was just a little scatterbrained. Things, my mother had was sick and going through dementia, and then she had passed away. And I'm trying to see if I can see comments. I don't know if I can see comments. I don't know. I haven't seen any. Oops. So if you see see. Okay. No, I don't want that. Isn't it funny? You know, you think you know what the heck you're doing and then you don't. So, okay, that's going away. Thank goodness. So if you do say hi, because like I said, I'm not seeing any comments right now, so I don't know if anybody's on, anybody's off. So anyways, I will just go on and ramble what I was talking about. But I did about my ADHD, and so my mother was sick with dementia, and I was having to deal with that. And anyways, I was going back into the workforce. My mother, I had helped to take care of my mom, and she was in a nursing home. And I always tell people, when you have somebody with dementia, it's just kind of, I don't know, it's very hard, and one person can't handle it all. I mean, I know people that do, but it's one of those things that not one person should be responsible for all that person's problems. So anyways, I was going back to work in the workforce, and I went to work in a long-term care. And after my mom passed away, and 2 complications of her dementia, and so I feel like when I went back to work in the long-term care, I was really scared, because, you know, I thought, oh my God, I can't focus and I can't think. You know, I mean, I've always had really important jobs like that. And then, needless to say, when I finally got medicated and I started kind of focusing, and I was able to put it all together. Now, I'm not saying that everybody should be medicated. I mean, I waited as long as I did. I knew when I was a kid that I was always kind of different, and now I know why, because I had the ADHD thing. So, anyways, it was eye-opening for me to finally admit that I did have a problem. Now, I sometimes feel like I'm just so scattered, but I will admit, when I do take my medication, there goes the dog. When I take my medication, I just feel a lot more focused. I tell people that when I don't hear all the noises in the background, and everything just kind of comes to a point, and I just really, I focus better. So anyways, if you're here, say something, because I can't tell if I have any comments on, or I don't know. I can't tell. I don't see any comments, so I wanted to make sure that I could see y'all. And if I don't know. Surely I've got comments. I don't know. I've seen comments before. Oh, hey, there's my girl. There's my girl. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. That's my friend, my buddy. Thank you for making that comment, because I'm like sitting here talking to myself, just like, rattle, rattle, rattle. Anyway, Walia. If you haven't met her, well, I've been on for a whole 8 minutes. If you haven't met her, please click on her little picture there and go to her channel. She makes like holistic soaps and stuff, and I have ordered them, and yes, I have used them. My skin is not near as beautiful as hers, but she does make soap and stuff like that. So holistic. So Holy Botanical is the name of her product and her business. So please go in there and click her little face, and make sure you subscribe to her channel. And I'm so sorry what you've been going through. I know she recently lost her mom, so it's hard. You know, I mean, you know, I lost my dad, and I was probably a lot closer to my dad than I was my mom. But over the years, I got closer to my mom, and like over the 20 years after my dad had passed, and I did get a lot closer to my mom. And so one day, my kids said something to me about how I felt, and I said, well, I kind of feel like an orphan, because both my parents were gone, and even at this age, a girl still misses their mama. And I mean, a day doesn't go by that I don't miss my mom. And it's been my dad too. I mean, don't get me wrong. I miss my dad too. I mean, I was a lot closer to him. And yeah, it's you know, I tried to describe it, but it's just something, I don't know. You just can't describe that feeling of losing a parent, but losing your mother. So, yeah, I totally get it. So, again, like I said, I'm just me. I'm not trying to be anything that I'm not. Most of y'all know that I work in a funeral home. I am a funeral director apprentice. Yeah, why at this age would I decide to kind of basically not, I mean, go back to school or whatever, but it's kind of like on the job training. And so I am doing everything funeral director wise. And some people think, oh God, how do you do that? Okay, we may have to mute. I went ahead and muted because I thought, oh Lord, y'all don't want to hear that. So I hope that they didn't hurt your ears. Oh, now the other one's going to start barking. Anyways, I have 6 dogs right now. 3 of them are mine. Oh, I'm sorry, your feet is freezing. I was hoping it wasn't me, because I was going to do this from my truck because the lighting is so much better, and then I don't have the dogs and the cats running around. But anyways, so I hope it works. I wonder if I need to put on my internet. Hang on just a minute. I don't know if I can do that now. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know if I can or not. I was gonna get it on my internet. I don't think that I'm on my internet right now. Yeah, I don't see if I can do that. Anyways, anybody else freezing? Because if you are, then I can always go out and turn my internet on and start over if I have to. So I really need to get used to doing these. I mean, doing lives. My goal for this month, I've challenged myself that I'm going to try to make a video each day, a short, a long form, whatever. I don't know. I'm going to have to come up with things to talk about. And then I'm going to try to do a live once a week. So, oh my goodness. So yeah, for the whole month of August. And if anybody else wants to join me on this little adventure, I would love for you to. And if you do join me, make sure you let me know your channel, in comments, let me know who you are. And that way I can go and follow you and support you through this month-long thing. Yesterday, I didn't have anything to post because I slept. And so I just put a bunch of videos that I had together, and that's what I did. That was my video. So anyways, let me know. Am I still freezing? Because if I'm freezing, I may just go out and then I can come back on. But I was talking about, see, squirrel, everything's a squirrel in my life. But I was talking about, I am working on my funeral director apprenticeship. I tell people I don't think it's something I would have done in my younger years, like in my 20s or 30s. But I find it very fascinating now. I don't know if it's because I'm getting closer to that or what, but I find it very fascinating. And like my friend Wylea, she was talking about earlier in one of her videos about the wrong urn. I mean, I didn't really get to listen to the whole thing, but stuff like that happens. People order urns. You learn so much about urns and caskets, and it really is a very fascinating job. And I work with a young man. He is like early 20s, and he is wanting to go to school to be an embalmer, mortician, and I think that's quite a thing to want to do. But he's been working in the funeral industry since he was about 18, so this is nothing new to him. And I always say it takes special people. I think it takes special people to be nurses, special people to be teachers. I just think it takes a lot of special people to do these things. So yeah, it's a job. People said, well, how do you stand the sadness or and really, I mean, it is sad. It is very sad when somebody passes, and it's very hard, and but I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. You just got to put yourself into a different. I mean, it's you do have emotions and you do feel for those people, especially when they've lost somebody like a child or something like that. You do, and I'm a huge empath. My problem is I'm a huge empath, and so being a huge empath, sometimes it can be very draining because I just absorb all of those emotions, and I've had a lot of people tell me that I'm very calming, which most of the time you see me, I'm just, I'm just bouncing off the wall. But in those situations, in that situation, I can be very calming. I can talk to people, and just reassure them that it's good, everything's going to be okay. So it is not, like I said, it's not an easy job, but it has very, very big rewards. I mean, there's so much that you can, I don't know. It's really hard to explain it. So, I think I'm going to go off for just a minute, and I'm going to come back in, and I'm going to see if I need to turn my internet on. I hate to jump off and then jump back on, but I need to see if my internet is on, and I don't know how to do it since I'm already, let me try one more time. Those of you who are hanging with me. It shouldn't be that hard, but I really wanted to, I guess I can't do that. I really thought that I could go in and check put my internet on. I don't know if that's why Walia was freezing or not, but I don't know why I didn't think to turn it on. I was sitting here eating a little Lunchable because I realized I hadn't eaten. Another deal with ADHD, you get so busy with so many things and you forget to eat. And that's me. I forget to eat sometimes. I don't know how I forget. I either forget to eat or I eat too much. So anyway, so I eat a lot of, people say, oh, yeah, I eat a lot of Lunchables. Lunchables are in my refrigerator because sometimes I forget to eat and I think, oh my God, I gotta eat something, especially if I need to take my medicine or something. So I will grab a Lunchable, and that's what I did tonight because I thought, oh my gosh, I haven't eaten. I haven't eaten today, which I think I did eat some lunch, but I get so busy and I forget to eat. So those of you who are on, if you have any questions or if I'm not freezing, just ask me any questions you want. Again, like I said, I'm Candace, and I just started a YouTube channel a little over a year ago. And it's, I don't know, I never could figure out what my niche was. I'm still trying to figure out what my niche is. I just tell people I'm very open. I talk about my ADHD. I talk about being over 50, being single. I don't talk about dating because I don't date. I've not found anybody worth dating. I don't know, my kids tell me all the time that I'm just way too picky. But I don't think I'm picky. I think it's just, I don't want to, I want something different. I don't want to be in the same relationship I had before, and so I want something different. But God only knows. And if I find somebody, fine. If I don't, I have my dogs and I have my cats. And so I've got plenty of love in my life. I really do. I got good friends, sweet dogs and cats, and good kids, and so I have plenty of love in my life. So if I meet somebody, I do. If I don't, it's okay. But like I said, I'm not, people always say, oh, are you, what is it, saved, single, and searching? Well, I'm saved, single, but I don't really think I'm searching. So anyways, but yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free. Thanks for hopping on. Oh, you definitely don't want to settle for just any. No, I don't. I don't think I want to either. And I mean, I tell people, my ex was the love of my life. I tell people I married the love of my life, and I divorced the love of my life. There was just some things there that was not good and healthy for me. So but I won't settle. And the 3 people that I have dated in 10 years, I don't know if my kids, and I listen to what my kids, because sometimes I'm just become, oh my God, this person has given me attention, and I get so, and my kids will say, Mom, wait a minute, that person is, and they'll point that stuff out to me. And I'm glad that they've done that, because, oh my God, I might have settled for something that I didn't really want. So yeah, that is another thing in my life that I do. I talk about, I resell. I buy a lot of stuff and I resell it. I love going to auctions. I love auctions. Right now, my big thing of doing is online auctions. It's so much nicer because you don't have to go sit in the heat somewhere and deal with a lot of people. I do it from my home. Do it from my home or my chair, my big chair over there. I'll sit in my chair and I'll just bid on stuff. And sometimes I win stuff and sometimes I'm dope. Yeah, I think it's very important to me. I know because, and I don't really want to go in. I know my kids, their dad, they're married. He's married to somebody, and my kids don't. Well, mainly she don't get along with my kids, and I really hate it because I can't imagine, and it's very important to me. Hey there, Diane, good to see you. Your little granddaughters looked amazing in their pageants today. And my friend Diane, you need to click on her too, and Kathleen, if you have a channel, please click on each other, because I would love for you all to subscribe to each other. My friend Diane, when she's not doing pageants with her granddaughters, she is a boudoir photographer. And yes, she has taken my pictures before. Yeah, and I need to do it again. She also does what is the one called where you do the black and whites? Because that one keeps popping up on my, she does another photo shoot that's called, what is that called, Diane? The one that's a black and white, and we ride on our bodies, and we wear, bathing suits. I did it one time. She has a name for it. But it's very interesting, and if you'll follow her, and then she has a Facebook page too, and you might see me. You might see me. Of course, my photos, she did golly, it's been a long, body positive. That's what it is, body positive. She normally has a lot of women, but the 2 women that I was photographed with, the one lady, she had survived breast cancer multiple times. And it's just very empowering, to do something like that, body positive. But the photos you usually wear something black, like a black bra or bathing suit or whatever, and then she writes on you. It comes off. It's not like it's permanent marker, but she writes on you, and I think one of mine said, "I love me," and there was something on my back. I posted on my Facebook the other day because it popped up in my memories, and I can't even remember what it says, Diane. That's terrible. But anyways, you just write things, This, like I said, this one lady, she'd had breast cancer multiple times, and anyways, it was very inspiring. And it's very inspiring to be with women like that who are, I don't know. I had just lost a bunch of weight. I had lost over 100 pounds, and then the one lady who had multiple bouts of cancer, and it's just, I don't know. I can't explain it to you. I would like to do it again, but it's called a body positive photo shoot, and she does them in black and white, and they're just beautiful. It's amazing, and until you do it, you really need to do it. So you need to do one of those before it gets too cool. Diane. I need to make a trip. But yeah, please go follow her, because I would love for y'all to just follow each other and just let's build our community. The one thing I have absolutely loved about YouTube is I have found, there she is. There's her there. So please click on her little photo there, and you can get on there and look at some of her stuff, and you might see me. Of course, that's been a long time ago. It's been a few years ago. I want to say it's been maybe 4 years ago. I can't remember, but there was something I was going with, and then squirrel. I tell you what, sometimes it's fun to get old, and then sometimes it's not. Because you're like me, I get very forgetful. And I forget to eat. But I don't forget my diet Dr. Pepper. I never forget it. But back to, like I said, please, y'all follow each other. Okay, how do I make mods? I don't even know how to do that. See, I learned things. I need to learn things. I need to learn more. Diane and I used to kind of do TikTok, and we would mod for each other. I don't know. I kind of lost interest in TikTok. I don't know. It just got really crazy over there, and I don't know. There was so many scammers, and one thing nice about YouTube is that you don't have people sliding into your DMs. And them really good looking guys, honey, I know they ain't interested in me. And some of them are like my son's age, and I'm like, no. I'm old enough to be your grandma. Well, maybe your mom. So anyways, I don't go there. So I really kind of got burned out on TikTok. And Diane and I were both really big on it when it first started, or when we first got into it. And I don't know, that's what I got tired of, was the people jumping into my DMs and sending me messages. And there's one thing nice about YouTube. We don't have that. We don't have a DM. I mean, if anybody wants to, they can send me an email. I have an email listed, but I don't have to worry about. Oh yeah, and Diane used to do tarot readings. Maybe you need to do mine. I hadn't done mine in a while. Yeah. So, I don't know, might be something you need to get down on YouTube. Do you have a YouTube? Diane, do you have a YouTube? I thought you did. I would really, and maybe we need to talk about this, and I have some other people. Oh, okay, Kathleen, you do too. Okay, awesome. I would like to collab, and if y'all know how to do that, I would like to, like, maybe we interview each other on a live. I would love to do that. And if you girls know how to do that, Kathleen, if y'all know how to do that, please let me know, because I would love to start doing that, because that's what I was talking about earlier. That's one thing I've loved about this, because I have found my tribe, and I have found so many women on here. And Kathleen, I just met her. I think it was, okay, cool. Kathleen knows how to do that. Maybe that's something, can you and I collab on that? You can send me an email if you want to. My email's listed. I would love to do that. I think that would be so much fun, and I think it would be a great way to get to know people. My plain vanilla grandma, I don't know if she's here. Carol, if you're here, please holler. And if she's not here, somebody tag her, because that woman has sent me more subscribers, and she is so amazing. I absolutely love her. And if you haven't watched Plain Vanilla Grandma, she is just the sweetest little thing. And Yes, let's pick a day. Oh my gosh, Kathleen, I'm so excited. You tell me when a good time for you. I go back to work tomorrow. I work 8 to 4 Central Standard Time. But in the evenings, anything, I would love to do that. And we just need to either exchange, just send me an email. I'm sitting here feeding my daughter's dog. We're eating crackers. No more, no more. Your mama get mad at me. I live in Arkansas. Yeah, Diane and I both live in Arkansas. I live closer to Oklahoma, and Diane lives like towards Little Rock. So, okay, Friday would be good. It'd have to be after I get home from work. Yeah, it had to be after work. So that would be so much fun. We'll make sure. Oh yeah, that would be so much fun. Where do you live, Kathleen? I can't remember if you told me or not. Because are you Central Standard Time? Hey, this same time. Oh my gosh, she's in Canada. That is so awesome. I love that. I've never been to Canada. I think I need to go now. I know somebody from Canada. Oh, that would be so awesome. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, yes, Diane's husband is from Canada. I forgot. Is that not awesome? Yeah. Mark. Yeah. That is so cool. Yeah, I forgot about that. Swept her off her feet. And then she brought him to Arkansas. Didn't you? Brought him, or did he follow you to Arkansas? I can't remember. Oh my gosh! Wow, that is so exciting. That is so exciting. Yeah. He swept you. What was it? He swept you off your feet, and then he came to Arkansas. Followed her to Arkansas, I think. Yeah. So that is so exciting. They met at a conference. Yeah, they met at a conference. I forgot about that. So yeah, that is exciting. So yeah, we'll have to interview Diane too. So yeah, that will be so exciting, Kathleen. I am so excited because I have been wanting to do that. I have another friend of mine. She has ADHD as well, and we've talked about maybe collabing and stuff on that. So, but that's just something I've always wanted to do. Oh yeah, they met in California. But then he went back home, right? Did he go back to Canada? And then they, I guess, long distance. The next thing you know, he's in Arkansas. Poor guy. Poor guy. But, you know, he couldn't have found a better person to come to Arkansas for. I'm going to tell you that right now. Yeah. You don't get no better than Diane. But anyways, yeah, so that's exciting. I am so ready to do that. I think it would probably be a culture shock for us to go there, don't you think? I mean, I would think it would. I mean, it's a culture shock wherever I go. I mean, I think I traumatize people as much as they do me. So I don't know. This has been a lot going on in the last couple of weeks here in Arkansas, and I don't know if anybody keeps up with the news, but we had a horrific last week. Was it last week? Oh, 7 p.m. would be perfect, Kathleen. That'd be perfect. Yeah, and if you'll send me your email, or send me, my email is in my bio, so send me an email and then we can either exchange numbers or emails or whatever, and we'll get together on that. But yeah, this week we had a horrible thing happen, and my kids and I, there's a state park called Devil's Den State Park, and oh yeah, and you just don't hear stuff like this happening in our state, but and the sad thing is, it was called Devil's Den State Park, and people are, oh my God, that's a terrible, but that's just the name of it. I mean, it was just the name. It's one of the most beautiful parks in our state. I have been there many times. I have camped there a billion times. with my children, I have done Cub Scout camps there, and they had a double homicide on one of the trails. And I'm telling you what, it has absolutely just traumatized the people of our state. And it's not very far from me. And, you know, and I used to go up there and drive around and by myself and just, you know, sometimes get out and just walk. And I won't now. I won't. That it was random. And my heart goes out to those people and to their children. And the children got to safety, but it was horrible. It's all over the national news. It's just been heartbreaking. And I know I've been there so many. My kids and I talked about it the other day about how we used to go camping there when they were kids, and it will never be the same. And walk those trails. Oh my gosh! And so my heart goes out to those families who lost their loved ones because of it. But the guy was caught. They caught the guy within 5 days. It was amazing. I'm telling you, Manhunt was, and I mean, they had so many different people involved in the search. And my daughter was going to go out of town, and I told her the other day, I said, you know, of course, she's 27 years old, and I said, you know, if they would have caught him, I would not let you go. Yeah, he was caught, and it's so sad. It is so sad because he was a school teacher. Yeah. Yeah, he had taught in different states and then ended up getting a job here in Northwest Arkansas. And I don't know. I'm just now finally kind of coming down. It was like something you see in the movies or on TV. You just cannot believe that something like that would happen in our backyard. And it wasn't that far. It wasn't that far from me. And I tell you what, I slept with one eye open because I was just a little scared there for a while. So yeah, it's thank goodness he's been caught. He admitted. They found the DNA. He admitted to doing this. They found his DNA at the crime scene. So, you know, it's been very scary because you just don't know. And you know, and they were looking for a black vehicle. He drove a black, like a sedan type vehicle, and it was really weird because I would be like driving around, and the cops would have like black vehicles pulled over. And my son was coming down one day. He lives up Northwest Arkansas, and I told him, I said, now look, they're stopping black vehicles because they're trying to find them. And he said, okay. I mean, thank God people had their eyes peeled. They caught this car on camera. People caught him in photos. I mean, it's just so weird how they were able to apprehend him. But my son drives a black car, and he told me on the way he was driving down one day, and he goes, Mom, he said, I was following state police, and he said, and then he turned and he got in the other lane, and then he started following my son. And so I know the wife ran with the two girls, and I guess I just told them to run, and they ran to the visitor center. And if you know these trails are very long and steep. And if I remember correctly, Diane, that one, if they were going where I think they were, that's kind of a steep hill. So anyways, but my son said that day that police officer watched him drive by, and of course he said, well, have you seen the side of my car, because my son had a car accident and then never got it fixed. And so anyways, I think he realized it wasn't that guy, and I was so thankful. But I was really worried because I told him, I said, now son, they are stopping black vehicles, and they don't care what kind of black vehicle they're stopping. And I'm glad they did that, but I did see them stop a few around my area, and so it was really good. But I was so worried that the man just fled, and I thought, we'll never know, we'll never see, these family will never get justice. But justice will be served, thank goodness. And but yeah, let's go on to something more fun and exciting. What do y'all want to know about me? Other than, and see, I try so hard not to get the circles in my eyes. Yeah, let's talk about something a little bit more exciting. I want to stay on for just a little bit longer. I'm trying to increase my subscriber count, and I have two kids. I have a boy who will be forgot. I think he'll be 31 this year. And then I have a girl that's 27. Yeah. And then I have 6 dogs. Well, actually, 3 of them are mine. One of them's my son's, and the other 2 are my daughter's. My daughter is staying with me right now. And my son's dog has diabetes, and I did do a video on that. And so he just works a lot of crazy hours, and so he can't really take care of her and make sure she gets her. No, I'm not fostering. You know, I got Birdie Bot last year, and Birdie Bot was a foster, and then I never put her into the for intake with the Artemis. I should have, because I sure don't need another dog, but Birdie is so attached to me now. Give me a second and I'll go get her. She's right here. Come here, Bird. Come here, Bird. Yeah, this is Birdie Bot. Oh, she's such a sweet girl. No, somebody found her. One of my friends who is also a foster, somebody brought her, and you see she's old. And when I took her to the vet, she got a little cataract going on her eye. Poor baby. Anyways, yeah, this is Birdie. But we got to looking at her, and they think probably she was a breeder, that she was probably, and you can tell she's just a rough looking little thing. But I've had her a year. Oh, hey, okay, there's plain vanilla grandma. That is Carol. So make sure y'all go follow my friend Carol. I tell people, because of Carol, my subscribers have grown. So I'm so excited. So please go follow her. I watch her every day, and I don't know, she just makes my day. She's just a lot of fun. And then Kathleen's here. Yeah. And then my friend Diane is here too. So awesome. Yeah, she is so funny. I just love watching her, and I love watching her and her daughter. Like, you know me, I'm always eating out. Well, they went to Chick-fil-A, and I was so excited when they went to Chick-fil-A, because they don't go out very often. So anyway, so I was excited. Oh, did you just sneeze on me? So yeah, Birdie Bot she really had a hard time attaching, because I don't think she really was an attachable dog. So, and then she's got little skin problems. She's just so pretty. She's so pretty. I just love her. But you can definitely tell she's not lovey-dovey, because, but yeah. When I took her to the vet, they told me that more than likely she was a breeder. And so, I don't know. I mean, I put her everywhere, and I tried to find her family. Nobody claimed her. And so I was going to do intake on her and have them take her into rescue and have her, be able to have her adopted out. But she kind of stuck around. And, now that's what my daughter said, Mom, she has separation anxiety. Because I don't really think she knew what attachment was, being attached to somebody. So anyway, so yes. So we've been, Carol, what are you doing? Carol, you live in Texas, right? I was thinking Carol lived in Texas. Yeah, you do. I'm telling you what. So yeah, so make sure y'all go follow Diane there at Delightful Boudoir Photography. And yeah, she's also pageant grandma, and she makes pageant dresses, so she probably is exhausted. How did the little one do this time? Did she place? Her dress was amazing. Diane, her daughter, had, I guess, I don't know, plugged it into AI or whatever, and Diane made it. She's so talented. She can do anything. She can take pictures. She can make pageant gowns. I mean, she's just amazing. So, anyways, so yeah. Okay, Diane, you get some rest and keep me posted. Let me know. Because I didn't know if she placed in on anything or not. Usually her granddaughters place because they're both so beautiful. So very, very beautiful girls. She has one that's like 19, and then the other one is like 3, 4. Yeah, big pageant grandma. So I was a big pageant mom at one time, but not anymore. Rhiannon had yes. Well, you girls, but you're on the same time as I am, right, Kathleen? So you said you're Central Standard Time, so awesome. That'll work. Okay, yeah, we will get together on Friday. What do we want to talk about? Yeah, because you really inspired me. I was watching some of your videos. It was nice to get to know you too, Kathleen. I really appreciate you coming and hanging out. It means so much to me. And I look forward to us doing our collab, because like I said, I don't know how to do that. Friday at 7 Central Time. Yes, so those of you who are here, I will make sure that I get with Kathleen, and we will make a post. I'll make a post on my YouTube, and she can make one on hers. And yes. And I'm so excited. I don't know what we're going to talk about, but we'll talk about something. Hey, she's from Canada. She probably has a lot more to talk about than we down here in Arkansas. Other than the excitement we had this week. Sorry, it's hard for me to sit still if you've not noticed. It's hard for me to sit still. I'm sitting here for an hour. Well, not quite. Have a good night. You too, Kathleen. Thanks for stopping in. I'm so excited about our future endeavor. I think it'll be fun. It's something I've always wanted to do. I just didn't know how to do it. And now I've met somebody who knows how to do it. So then now I'll just have to, maybe every Friday, we all just get together and have a chat. Coffee and chat. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Whoops. Here. It disappeared. Just sorry about that. I lost myself for a minute. Yeah, my dogs start barking, and I have to, I had to put it on mute. We are going to, Kathleen knows how to do that, because I've always wanted to collab with somebody, so maybe we can all start doing that. That'll be like our next big adventure. And so Kathleen said she knows how to do it, so let's all start, collabing with each other and chit chat and have some coffee. And Kathleen is on the same, yeah, she's at 7, she's Central Time too, so she can do it at 7 as well. So yeah, Friday at 7 p.m. Miss Kathleen's place and myself, Carry On Candace, we're going to have, yeah, we need to do that, because I would love to do one with you, Carol. I think you and I would have so much fun. And now that you're here, Carol's here, I brought glasses for Carol. Carol loves my glasses. And I could not find the one pairs of glasses that I was going to wear for her, because the name of those glasses is Candace. And I couldn't find them. I have a little, like a little thing I hang on my glasses on. So Carol is always going on about my glasses. These are new. I did get these not too long ago. I love these. These are my favorite. I wear these at the funeral home. Yeah. Oh, well, welcome, Daniel. It's so good to see you. But yeah, so Carol, now I wear, I call these my Cruella de Vil glasses. And a couple years in a row, I have dressed up like Cruella de Vil. I have the wig, I have everything. When I worked in long-term care, I had a couple of my CNAs dressed up like Dalmatians. And I wore the Cruella de Vil glasses with my Cruella de Vil wig. and my fur and everything. Yeah, if I have pictures, I need to show you. So these I call my Cruella de Vil glasses. These were some of my favorite. I never really wore these out. I used to sell jewelry online, so I used to do lives, and I think my friend Diane picked these out for me. And but the thing is, one of the jewels just fell out. So these are my woo! Thanks, Daniel. Good to meet you as well. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, these are, I don't go out in public in these. No. So there's those. And then, y'all know, I love rainbow. I love rainbow, anything rainbow. I love the story of Noah's Ark is like one of my favorite stories in the Bible. And so I love anything rainbow, and I get made fun of. This is my other pair of rainbow glasses. I have one pair that's really bright, and I wear, and I tell people on weekends, I wear my wild clothes and my glasses because during the week I'm a funeral director. So during the week I wear what I call my funeral director glasses, and they're also dirty. They need to be cleaned. And that's these. These are what the ones you usually see me in. I wear clear lenses on during the week because, again, I'm a funeral director, and not all people want to be during that time in their life when they don't want to be faced with. Okay, so here's another. Yeah, I think I dropped it just a little while ago. But I do. A lot of these are so old that I have not worn them in a long time. But I do. My Cruella de Vil glasses are probably some of my favorite. These I used to wear all the time, but I don't wear them as much because I can see all of this stuff around, and it kind of bugs me. So I don't wear small frames anymore. I always wear big frames. They're just a little bit more comfortable. And then these I have, and I actually saw these, frames on Temu. But I got these. I get all my glasses from Vooglam. All my glasses come from Vooglam, and that's where these come from too. So, yeah, these are Vooglam. All of them are Vooglam. Vooglam. But yeah, so those are just a few of my glasses. So like I said, on the weekends, I like to wear a little bit more sporty kind of my fun glasses, and then on weekend or during the week when I am Candace, the funeral director, and then I wear my clear ones. So mainly I just wear my glasses for, just for like reading and computer work, and I wear them so much I just never take them off. I'm so used to wearing them all the time. So anyway, so they just stay on all the time. So yeah, so like I said, on the weekends I do wear my bright colors. I love my wild glasses. You'll usually see my hair a little bit wild, and then on during the week I do try to, I still wear like bright colors, and Carol and I were talking, or well, Carol was talking about that. We both love bright colors, and I love anything bright. So it's really hard for me to wear all black, for funerals and stuff. So I might tweak it a little bit and wear leopard, and black pants, or red. My favorite thing to wear is red, black, white, and red. That is like my all-time favorite colors to wear together. More of a subdued color. But I normally will wear anything bright, wild, just out of, I just will. I love it. My sister sent me a meme one time, and it said something about some people just grow old, and then some people just dress funny when they grow old. Or something. I can't remember exactly how it went. If y'all know it, send me. But something about some people just grow old, and some people who grow old just dress funny. And I guess she was referring to me. So anyway, so yeah, that I wanted to share my glasses because Carol is always going on about my glasses. And she wears the cutest little blue frame glasses, and I've been admiring. Oh, yes, I need to do that. Yeah, I do have some photo. We have the prettiest bathroom in any, well, the funeral home that I work in is probably one of the most beautiful funeral homes you will ever. It's very bright, very airy, very cheery, beautiful glass chandeliers. It's beautiful. And I go into the bathroom and I'll take selfies sometimes. And because the bathroom is so darn pretty. I mean, I don't take pictures of like with the toilet in the background or anything like that, but it's just like one of the prettiest bathrooms, and it's just the lighting is amazing. So yeah, and I know that Carol has also. I am a big kimono wearer. I wear a lot of kimonos. I buy them. Like I try when I find them, I try to share them with y'all. As far I try to buy them cheap, and I had posted a couple that were on Amazon last week. I, they were like $6 a piece or something. They were very inexpensive. And so I do wear a lot of kimonos because one, I do dress with layers because sometimes it gets very cold in the funeral home. And you know why? Because it just needs to be cooler, and sometimes it gets really cool, and so I do dress in layers. So I wear a lot of kimonos in the summer, especially. I do love to wear a lot of dresses as well. This year I haven't worn too many dresses lately. Well, it's just been so hot. I broke my red glasses. I was more sad. I know. I had a pair of red glasses that I absolutely loved, and they had sparkles in them, and they broke, and I wore them all the time, and I can't find them. I've went on Vooglam and typed in because I don't remember the name of them, and I can't find them. I mean, but the thing is, sometimes I'll find stuff, but now I don't order my glasses unless they're like $6.95 a frame or less. I mean, by the time you buy them and put your frame and stuff in it, but sometimes on Vooglam, they have penny sales. Like I have gotten frames for like a penny. And then by the time you put all the stuff in it, it costs. But their glasses are amazing. I have ordered glasses from them. I can get glasses from Vooglam so much cheaper than I can buy them. And that's why I can have so many different pairs, Carol. Because I just put my reader script in them, and you can order scripts through them. You can send your scripts in, and they will put them in. I did get a set of frames not too long ago, and they obviously did not put my script to there because I couldn't see. So I asked them if I could return them, but I think I paid a penny for the frame. Oh, now see, that would be amazing. Yeah, so then you can start buying penny glasses from Food Glam. I just tell people, I said, I have champagne taste. I have champagne taste on a beer budget. And I mean, I do not pay full price for anything. I refuse to pay full price for anything. Like I just bought a new vehicle, and I tell you what, I went and I tried so hard because when I went to the car dealership to buy the same vehicle, I didn't like what they did. But anyways, I just do the best I can because I do not want to pay full price for anything. No, I don't, and I won't. Like this shirt I have on today, I got it at Goodwill. So I tell people, I have champagne taste on a beer budget. And I can't even afford beer either, and I don't drink. So I am very frugal, and those of you who know who I said one time, I said I'm cheap, but I don't mean I'm cheap. I mean, I watch my money. I mean, I have to, I mean, I'm just, never pay retail for anything. No, nobody should. No, because the thing is, that's why I call it sustainable fashion. In other words, somebody's going to pay full price for it. Then they're going to toss it and send it to like Goodwill or, they're going to say, So then someone like me is going to find it and buy it, and then I'm going to wear it. And when I get tired of it, then I'm going to take it back to Goodwill or wherever, and then I'm going to donate it, and somebody else is. So it's sustainable fashion. It you got to do that. It's better than it clogging up all the landfills. So sustainable fashion is what I call it. So I do try to do. I do love to shop, but like I said, I will not. I have no, I will refuse to pay retail for anything. If I do, I mean that's just how it is. And my daughter's just like me, thank goodness, because she, when she first got married, or it would embarrass her husband because she would get coupons and do stuff. And I mean, I tell people I used to coupon like crazy when I was married, and my son had when I couponed one time, he had enough Axe when he went. I think I bought so much Axe body wash, deodorant, all that stuff with coupons. And I think he was about 10th grade. I said, he's going to have enough Axe to use when he goes to college. And I'm telling you what, the kid was still using Axe 3 years later when he went off to college. So yeah, I mean, I used to be a huge couponer. I'm not so much now because man, they've taken the fun out of it. It's not near as fun as it used to be. So I used to love to coupon, but no, I will, if I'm in a different town, I will search out the Goodwills. I mean, it's so much fun. I mean, it's just so much fun to shop like that. So, we used to have a really good Salvation Army here, and I used to buy a lot of stuff from Salvation Army, but, so yeah. But I think when I got off topic, and that's just normal for me. But me and Carol had made a suggestion to me, plain vanilla grandma, you need to show us all your your kimonos, and I need to do that. I need to, okay, show you how I style them and how I dress them, and most of my kimonos are bathing suit covers. Yeah, they're people will buy them as bathing suit covers, not me. No, I style them. I style them and wear them. And so, to each his own. I'm a weird duck. That's okay. Well, it's been fun. I can't believe I've made it an hour. I wasn't going to even stay on this long, but I thought, well, I'll stay on for a while. But I didn't know what anything else anybody wants to talk about. Again, oh, well, okay. Girl, we're going to have to go in my closet. Let me tell you what. When I bought this house, I didn't buy this house because I liked the house. I bought this house because of the closet. I used to do things called Tales from the Closet, and I guess I need to go back to doing that again. You would absolutely enjoy it. But I would do my hauls and stuff out of my closet, like when I go and, I love Cato and I get my jewelry hauls and stuff. But I have a closet that is so amazing. Now, it's not like anything like a movie star or anything, but for me, a country girl like me, it is amazing. So I said, I will never marry again because I don't want to share my closet. So my daughter, she's been staying with me, so she kind of took over part of my closet, which that's fine. I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind sharing her. But yeah, I need to do Tales from the Closet. You would enjoy that because I'm telling you. And what's funny about me is that I have certain black pants that I like. I don't buy a lot. I rather spend money on tops and my kimonos. Then I can kind of, like my pants, I don't buy expensive pants at all. I buy them on Amazon when I need black pants if I don't find any at Goodwill. And I usually have the same pants, and I will buy like 3 or 4 colors because I just, I find pants that are comfortable. I'm not good with trousers. I don't like trousers, like women's trousers, stuff like that. I don't like stuff. I like stuff that's stretchy. I love stretchy. And especially because I'm up and down and moving around so much and picking up caskets and pushing caskets. And I sometimes have to help with placing people in caskets. And so I do have to do a lot of movement as far as, so I have to have stuff that's comfortable. And if I get hot, I can always take off, like a kimono or whatever. But I don't spend, it's what when I worked at the long-term care, the women there would always say, gosh, you have such beautiful clothes. You must spend a lot of money on clothes. And I don't. I really don't. I just learned that from my mother, learned to accessorize as she would. And, my mama used to tell me stories when she was a young mom in California. And she said, I would go down to the local, there was a little dress shop, and she said, and I would put like a dress in layaway. And because my dad was an insurance salesman, so they would go to conferences and stuff. And she said, I would just put a dress in layaway and pay on it. And for a while, and of course, a dress then probably wasn't $15, if that. But she would pay on it. But that's one thing about my mom, even she just could accessorize, she's also the one that tells you, do not go out without lipstick or a scarf. Now, I don't wear scarves. I have occasionally, but my mom, she said, if you got to go out, sorry, the dog's hacking. If you got to go out, make sure you have lipstick on or a scarf around your head, but I didn't wear scarves. So anybody else's mom wears scarves? Because, I like a scarf every now and then, like in the wintertime, I will wear one like over my, like, if I wear it over like a shirt or something, but I don't wear a lot of scarves very often. But yeah, I think a lot of that came from watching my mother, and even when she was in dementia, far into her dementia, she was so proud of her clothes. And I remember I'd go up there every week, and she would pull out her clothes and go, oh, look at this. She was so proud of her clothes. And I'd seen them 1,000 times, but to her it was like new. She had got a new outfit or something, but that was just in her mind. And but we would sit and go through her closet and look at her shoes and look at, and I would do anything to have that moment back with her. Those were some good times. But yeah, I think a lot of that comes from my mom. But mom was the same way. Mom was such a frugal, she loved to go to Kohl's, and she would not. She'd go in there and say, I'm only going to spend, and by golly, she would go out there and say, I'm going to spend $20 today. And she would come out there with 3 shirts or 4 shirts. The woman, yeah, so my hat's off to her. I don't think I'm near as frugal or near as good a shopper as she was, but she said, oh, look at these shoes. These are Liz Claiborne. I only paid $5.99 for something. And I'd be like, oh, wow, Mom. Yeah, so and I'm that way too. So especially if I find stuff like that at a Goodwill or man, if I find a really good deal. I did find a Coach purse at Goodwill one time, and I still carry that Coach purse. And I think I paid $10 for it. But anyways, I bought that Coach purse, and when I looked at it, the zipper was broke. So I sent a picture of it to my niece because she knows how to tell whether they're real or not. And I sent her a picture of it. I sent her a picture of the little tag on the inside. And then she said, oh yeah, that's definitely real. And I said, okay. So I sit down in the Goodwill on the floor, and I sit there and I worked on that zipper. And I got that, and that zipper still works. And I paid $10 for that Coach bag and the girl, when I took it up there, she said, you do know the zippers broke like on this Coach bag. And I said, not anymore. She goes, what? And I said, I fixed it. So I sit there and I fixed it, messed with it. And then I got home and I rubbed a little soap, like a bar soap on the zippers so it would move. Yeah, got me a nice Coach bag for $10 at the Goodwill. They just threw it in a bin thinking, oh, it ain't gonna sell because it's broke. No, I still carry that, still have that Coach purse. I've never bought a Coach purse full price, nor will I ever. And but boy, that was probably the greatest day of my life, was finding that Coach purse. and my sister's given me a few Coach purses, but I've never bought one. I do love them, don't get me wrong, but I can't see paying that kind of money for a purse when it takes so much to live anyways. So yeah, that I do have a lot of fun stories like that as far as my shopping. I mean, I love to find a bargain. And I know I've taken my daughter to Goodwill a few times and she will like, how do you just go through all these clothes? Okay, so when I go to Goodwill and I see what the color of the day is, okay, so say it's green, and I will scan the aisles, and if I see a green tag picking out, I'll run over there to it and I'll look at it. Sometimes it's a winner, sometimes it's not. But I said, it beats going through everything. And then, because if it's a tag, color of the tag, it's half price. So I will do that. I have got in my head that when I go to Goodwill and I see a tag, oh, I'm telling you what, I absolutely enjoy you, Carol. And Carol, again, because of you, I have gained so many subscribers, and I'm so excited. And I think you've unleashed something new in me. I don't know if it's that or I've been on vacation and I'm so well rested right now. Although I feel like I'm trying to get a little bit of a cold, but I'm telling you, yeah, my shopping stories are that's a highlight of my life. I don't do anything other than I like to shop. And yes, it's growing. It's going to grow slowly. I know that. But my problem is I'm just so impatient, and I mean, I just really thought this time last year when I started, I thought, oh, I'll be at 1,000 subscribers, because on TikTok I had like, man, I was at 6 or 7,000, followers. And I thought, oh, but YouTube is a lot harder. YouTube is it's a whole different, and I like YouTube set up better than I do TikTok. And I don't even go on my TikTok, and I feel bad because I still have a lot of videos and I still have a lot of people that, send me messages and stuff. But we were talking about that earlier. I don't like TikTok simply because I did not like the whole DM thing. I like the fact that I like being able to email people. And so, but I did want to ask you, I think I asked you on one of your, but I don't even remember seeing you answer it. But Carol, is your email in your bio? Because I was going to send you something, but I wanted to make sure that was the correct email. So anyways, I'll email it to you if that's the correct email in your bio. I thought it was. So anyways, I don't know when I'll get to it. It'll be sometime this week. So hopefully I can get that to you. But if that is your email, I'm going to send that to you. And nothing big. Nothing. I just wanted to send you something. But anyways, yeah. So, but plain vanilla grandma, yeah. If you need to follow her, because like I said, she's inspired me and she's inspired a lot of people, and she's just, I love watching her. She's so real. She's so funny. And I mean, like I said, I have met a lot of people because of you, Carol. I mean, I think Kathleen came from you. And now her and I are going to collab on Friday. So I really think this is something that maybe we need to start part of our August goal. We'll start collabing. But like I said, I don't know anything about it. Kathleen said she knew how to do that. So I thought you had to have a special setup. I thought you had to have a special software. So, let's just say, hey, Fridays, we're going to collab with each other. So it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun because, like I said, the people that I have met on YouTube has been so inspiring to me. Now, there are sometimes you meet some doozies, but I have the kind of like my tribe right now of people. I do have a lady that I follow, and she may be on here, Susan. She has a podcast. I love her. She is just so down to earth, and man, I had flown in her neck of the woods last year and did not know it. I was like 15 minutes from her, and if I'd have known that, me and her would have hooked up and drank some coffee together. And I did not know it, that was her home where I had landed. And anyways, so I don't know if I'll be going back there anytime soon because my daughter is living here now. She doesn't live in another state. So Anyways, any other questions before I wrap it up? Because I'm going to wrap. So don't forget, Friday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard, Kathleen's Place and myself are going to do a collab together. And hopefully, yeah, I think we need to, yeah, I think, because like I said, Carol, I mean, I think a lot of it is because you are just so amazing about doing shout outs and stuff. And so I need to get more into that. All right, bye, Carol. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up. I've been on here for a whole 75 minutes. I'm so proud of myself. And I'm going to wrap it up. And then, like I said, Friday night, if you're still here Friday night, we're going to do a live, myself and Kathleen. Kathleen is in Canada. Of course, I'm here in Arkansas in the United States. And we are going to do a collab together. We don't know what we're going to talk about, but we might drink some coffee or some Diet Dr. Pepper and just chit chat, and want all of y'all to join in. It'll be fun. So again, I'm Candace. Carry On Candace is my channel. I'm so glad that if you came and hung out with me tonight, I appreciate it. My voice is fixing to go. So thanks again, and I appreciate each and every one of you who hung out with me, and I will see you all this week because I've got to post a video every day this month. So see y'all soon.